Nothing short, and I'm telling you now, nothing short of a federal structure would give Mindanao peace.
For more than 100 years of Philippine history, the concept of Imperial Manila was not only a term used to empower a select few individuals from the Spanish elite, but it was an oppressive norm that excluded the vast majority of provinces and states from accessing freedom of opportunity and freedom of movement. Today, this norm still exists, and that is precisely why federalism, the creation of the distinction between the unity government and the federal state, will be relevant in a more globally knowledgeable world. Federalism recognizes that there are smaller parts to a greater whole. Especially in the context of a multicultural archipelago, we must understand that our diversity is our greatest strength as a nation. By allowing independent operation under overarching cooperation, we allow our nation to become specialized, to become inclusive, and to become united. Specialization. To each area in the Philippines, his own strengths, needs, skills, and resources. From the agricultural powerhouse that is Luzon to the mineral-rich Mindanao, the many places in the Philippines continuously drive the nation forward. By decentralizing our policymaking and catering to the needs of each region, federalism allows us to make sure we best suit these areas and allow them to further prosper. Federalism recognizes that the best decision makers for many policies are local governments because of their familiarity with the area and ability to discern what is best for their specific people. What we do is we customize change rather than allow it to be one size fits all. Inclusivity. Inclusivity means having all parts of the nation contribute to our constantly growing economy. It allows us to recognize that the various industries in the Philippines can not only coexist, but thrive. Federalism lets us regionalize the way we look at our jobs and livelihoods. Local governments often make changes where centralized policies cannot cover. Every local form of business, trade, production, or consumption is accounted. They ensure that the nation develops holistically and that no kind of occupation is left behind. When change comes, it's not in the form that simply suits an industry that's composed of the majority, but allows each minority to be catered to as well. Unity. In nation building, often, concessions and compromise lead to conflict of interest. When the kinds of plans we enact mean that one side must lose, then we all lose. In a federal form of government, we recognize the vitality of independence. This separation of jurisdiction is what allows us to ensure that resources allocated don't favor one or the other, but come to where they are best used. This system lets the 7,107 islands of the Philippines understand that their strength isn't in trying to mesh all of their struggles together, but to acknowledge there are different ways to solve different problems. This system is how, in diversity, we build unity. Specialization, inclusivity, and unity. These are all principles and values that are not only promoted in a federal system, but are enhanced and focused on in its entirety. The Philippines must recognize that growth cannot simply be limited to one city or to one state, but growth must be for all regions and for all people. Federalism is not a solution to all of our country's problems, but it may be the foundation for all future policies which may serve us so. It is not a finality, but it is a great leap forward.